Hey friends, happy Monday morning. It is going to be a beautiful, beautiful day. Just wanted to share something that was on my heart this morning before I headed into the gym. Something that I hope blesses you as much as it did me. In my Bible study this morning, I was in Psalm 64, and I highly encourage you to read it. It's a Psalm of David, and it is an absolute gem. David starts off the Psalm, and he says, "Hear my voice, O God, in my prayer or in my meditation." And he goes on to say, "Preserve my life from fear of the enemy." Now, what I love about this is David is no stranger to attacks, absolutely no stranger. But it's one thing to be courageous against an enemy that we can see. David was very bold in going against Goliath, and the odds were definitely stacked against him. But he knew that God was with him, and so he boldly went. And we know that with one stone, he hit Goliath in between the eyes, and he slayed Goliath. But here, David was talking about, "Lord, there are people plotting in secret against me, and their arrows come upon me suddenly." This is the devil's tactics. The Bible tells us that devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And it's one thing to be able to see him and to have the courage to fight him. But when we're always waiting in fear, knowing that these attacks are going to come on us suddenly, we can give in to fear. And fear will incapacitate us, absolutely incapacitate us, which is the very reason that David asked the Lord to preserve his life from fear, to get rid of the fear, to remind him that the army of God was bigger than any Goliath. You see, when we give in to fear, we look at Goliath and tend to think that Goliath is bigger than God. But when we remember that God fights our battles, we remember that God is bigger than any Goliath. And he goes on to talk about how just as suddenly as the enemy's arrows come upon him, that the Lord returns those arrows upon the enemy. So guys, I don't know what you're going through today, but I pray that you will pray the prayer of David and ask the Lord to deliver you from any fear and to remind you that God is bigger than any Goliath. Guys, I really, really hope that blesses you. I'm going to get in a workout, and get off to the best job ever. It's going to be a great day.